NIO has delivered almost 500,000 vehicles since its inception, with almost zero recalls. If that is not a sign of superior craftsmanship, I don't know what is. And with over 41 million battery swaps, I may add. Am I not surprised? No, I am not. Why? Because we have the greatest minds combined from Europe, Silicon Valley in America, and the greatest minds in China that came together to create this greatness that we call NIO. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, The Wealthy Mindset. It's yours truly, Money Making Mitch. And as usual guys, this is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence and research. Again, I want to thank my subscriber, Money Making Melvin from Florida, for this article. He got this from Autocar. This guy goes digging, boy. He goes digging. Perhaps I will stop mentioning where I get this from so they won't attack you, my brother. You see, exclusive, NIO gives its EVs a European flavor in Oxfordshire. And when I go through this article, it will astonish you. It will amaze you and energize you for this Monday morning and remind you why we're getting ready to make millions. In a modest-looking workshop on an industrial estate in Oxfordshire, the foundation of NIO's UK, United Kingdom, market aspirations is being laid in England. We're coming for you. Are you excited? Triple leverage Drew, Jack, and the rest of my English subscribers. Here in Motorsport Valley, a small team of engineers are working to provide the Chinese electric car makers future models with what its principal chief engineer Danilo Teobaldi describes as a European flavor. Woohoo! You see, when NIO enters a market, whatever market they enter into, they adapt to the environment and the landscape so that it's seamless and blends in perfectly. It's kind of like when the Spaniards first brought the horse to America, the stallion. The Native Americans learned how to ride them, and they became very useful in war as well as in transportation. And the stallion, the horse, the European horse that they brought, which was a mix of the Arabian horse, blended in perfectly. It did not go out of harmony with nature. It was like introducing the buffalo from Canada back into America, or the wolves. They blend in naturally. That is what NIO is doing whenever they enter a landscape. Already active in Norway, Germany, the Netherlands, Sweden, and Denmark. NIO has yet to officially launch in the UK. Its latest statement points to starting UK sales sometime in 2025 as part of a further global expansion that includes right-hand drive markets for the first time. And the country that I grew up in, it was once a British colony. It is also right-hand drive cars. We follow the British rules, the British law. And I hope when NIO makes the right-hand drive car for this great United Kingdom, that they also bring them to Trinidad. So what does enough car really look like? Like father, like son, Porsche 911 meets legendary 356. Still, Teobaldi is confident that when they do reach the UK, NIO models sold in the UK will reflect the sort of dynamic qualities expected and demanded by buyers in a segment traditionally dominated by Audi, BMW, Jaguar, and Mercedes-Benz. You see, the people in England are used to high-end. They have Aston Martin. They have all the top brands, Rolls-Royce, etc., etc. So us entering this market, we have to come with our best game. And that we are coming with, my English brothers and sisters. We have very experienced and talented people working in Oxfordshire. It is not routine engineering, but what we call attribute integration. Woohoo! The way a car behaves when it is driven. We participate in hardware decisions from the beginning. So what sort of suspension is chosen for any given model and refine that during the development cycle, he says. It would not be like the Cybertruck by no means whatsoever. Teobaldi has a background in vehicle integration, a process he describes as combining mechanical and electrical components together to form a harmonious driving character. The 50-year-old Italian was among the first engineers to be chosen by founder and CEO Emperor William Lee to join NIO, becoming its Director of Advanced Engineering at the brand's inception in 2016. Teobaldi started work at what is perhaps the most prominent of China's electric vehicle startups, following 9-year stint as head of vehicle concepts at Ital Design in Italy and 5 years of head of vehicle architecture and advanced engineering with Koros, a Chinese-based brand run in cooperation between Chery, that same Chery that partnered up with us for battery swapping, and the Israeli government. Shortly after his appointment, he established NIO's Oxfordshire Engineering Centre as a satellite operation to support the company's other vehicle development operations: Shanghai, Beijing, Haifa, Nanjing, Munich, and San Jose, California, right here in our beautiful American country, which I can't wait. Hopefully the new administration that will be coming in, that I will be voting for, without apology, will allow them to build their factories here, creating jobs, win-win situation. Since then, each of NIO's 8 production models, including ET5, ET5 Touring, EL6, ET7, and EL7, sold in 5 European countries, has benefited from its input. Most specifically, this has been focused on chassis, tuning it, in which the UK-based engineering team is taking an increasingly prominent role. We develop specific suspension, and listen to this part, guys. We develop specific suspensions, tuning for each market, tuning it for each market region, into account the differing demands of customers and differing road conditions, he said. This is what I was talking about. You see, we blend in seamlessly with the landscape and according to what the customer wants. It wasn't until 2021 and NIO's entry into the Norwegian market with the ES8 that its first European specification model was launched. Like those planned for the UK, that model receives its own chassis tuning for Europe with steering, spring, damper, and bushing characteristics differing from those applied to the ES8 sold in China. They are characteristics that have been now brought to other NIO models currently sold left-hand drive European markets. Now, have you ever heard of rat poop Tesla doing anything like this? No, and you will never hear that. Because since Peter Rollins left them, they have been going down and they will continue to go down. He was the brain behind the company. Teobaldi says most Chinese customers place a premium on secondary ride. So shock absorption is important. They are more tolerant to large body motions. European customers, without generalizing too much, are the opposite. They want good body control, so damping is very important. Excuse me, guys. At the same time, they are more tolerant to ride harshness. So they don't care about the bumps too much, but they want that good handling. They love to speed. They love the Autobahn. Oxfordshire says Teobaldi is the perfect location for NIO to refine the bespoke dynamic character. We draw on specialist engineers and world-class testing facilities. You see, there's a place in Philadelphia here. You guys can go on YouTube and Google it, look it up. It's called Kensington. It's not like the Kensington in England. And this is probably where Tesla tests their cars, in Kensington, Philadelphia. And you will understand what I'm talking about when you see Kensington, Philadelphia. It is horrific. It also provides great scope for technology, scouting. Yes, because there is a lot of talent in England. There are developments here that you don't see anywhere else in the world, says Baldy. Recently, NIO's UK engineering team has been heavily involved in the development of the new ET9. Remember Extraterrestrial 9? Or have you forgotten, guys? It's coming out next year in the first quarter. It has the 5,325mm long Mercedes-Benz S-Class rival. It's the rival. It's the first NIO model to feature steer-by-wire functionality and active suspension. Remember the suspension system? Woohoo! We're getting ready to give that to the Abu Dhabi boys. The latter developed in partnership with US company Clear Motion, the company from Massachusetts which just built a factory in China. Operates similarly to the Roche and Porsche Rapper system adopted by the Porsche, similar but yet way more advanced. Under this setup, electro-hydraulic pumps behind each wheel constantly alter the damping and ride height to counter pitch, drive and body movements at an algorithmic pace. Woohoo! Theobaldi confirmed the UK engineering team is not only involved in the development of new branded models, it is also contributing to the development of upcoming models from the Shanghai company New Onvo. Remember Onvo? Oh yes, Onvo is coming out next month to decimate the Model Y. And when it does that, and the earnings call for Tesla comes out again, and it's horrific again, and even worse this time, then people are going to say, oh, you were bashing Tesla, but maybe you were right. I am right. You're decimated. You're going to lose all your money. Sell now before it's too late for you. Onvo and Firefly sub-brands projects. So remember we said it, sorry, not we, Emperor William Lee, the great emperor, said that Onvo will be superior technologically advanced to the Red Poop Model Y and battery swap capable. It is coming from Oxfordshire in England. Onvo is set to be launched later this year with a range of mid-size models. S, plural. The English language is a very beautiful language once you learn it. It is like poetry in motion. Excuse me, guys. With a range of mid-size models, and Firefly is scheduled to begin sales in 2025. With a lineup of smaller models conceived specifically with the European customers in mind. You see, for me, the English language is like watching a cricket match. It's poetry in motion. For those who are familiar with the sport of cricket, the great sport of cricket, NIO is like watching Sachin Tendulkar bat in his prime, or watching Shane Warne from Australia spin bowl. And Tesla, okay, I'll stop there. I hope you guys found this video to be informational, inspirational, and motivational for a Monday morning, to encourage you to do what I am doing, but do your own research. What is Money Mitch Making doing on a Monday morning? I will be transferring money yet again to buy more shares for my son to bring his average down again and again and again until we release the Model Y killer. And then as the stock starts skyrocketing back up, I will start back averaging down on Yushin and on SoFi and on my marijuana industry, Aurora Cannabis. Maybe not, because Aurora is starting to spike now, so I'll let that run to see what it's doing. In this channel, we have that wealthy mindset. Don't forget, guys, to hit that thumbs up. If you haven't yet subscribed, you might want to think about doing so, because in this channel, we get rich or we die trying, guys.